Just the fear of not being able to walk down the aisle because I still didn't know what I had. I didn't know where to go.
My name is ANGELO MERENDINO. When my late wife Jennifer was diagnosed with breast cancer at a very young age, we decided that I would pick up my camera and document our journey. After Jen passed, I decided to focus my life on chronicling other people's incredible stories. This is a lens on life. Today I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota to meet newlyweds Nicole and Dan Zwerger. Nicole was diagnosed with Crohn's disease just 2 months before her wedding. I want to talk to Nicole and her family about how Crohn's disease has affected her journey and her day-to-day life. Hey, Nicole.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
My name is Nicole Zwerger. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota with my husband Daniel and their adorable dog Happy. I work for Pfizer. I work within our corporate affairs department. We manage the internal digital sites or platforms for colleagues to keep awareness of the different things going on within the company. It was about the end of last year, 2017, right around the holidays. I just wasn't feeling myself. I am definitely a person who likes to be on the go a lot, and my energy level was down. I was feeling sick, almost bedridden. Very nauseous a lot of times, just stomach issues, and things just didn't feel right. I ended up going to the ER because I wasn't feeling well, and they admitted me. They diagnosed me with colitis. We thought hopefully that was, the end was in sight because I was hopefully getting better. Once I got home after being in the hospital, I had no energy, no appetite. I could barely get out of bed, and it was really scary.
When my daughter and I came in and saw her at the hospital, she was paler and she had lost some weight due to not being able to keep anything down.
There was quite a bit of sense of helplessness, and in multiple different ways. I mean, one of the things is you want to see and to try to help somebody get better as fast as possible. If you don't know what that is, you're just left in a complete sense of helplessness. And even just in like the day-to-day things too, and trying to figure out, what she could comfortably eat, what she can comfortably drink, what position she could comfortably lay down in, because you're just so exhausted. And so there's lots of different ways where you feel helpless. And even though you try to do everything that you can, and especially around the house, you feel like you're not doing enough.
The fear of not being able to partake in my wedding was something that I started getting stressed about. And so that probably didn't help.
We were 2 months away from what would be, the happiest day of our life, a day that we had been planning for 10 months at that point in time. And the first thing that ran through my mind was, that wasn't even a consideration. We had to get Nicole better.
I went back to the doctor, we ran more tests, and that's when they diagnosed me with Crohn's disease. We got married the end of March in New Orleans, and it was a fantastic day. They all knew what both Dan and I had gone through leading up to the wedding, and so both of us walking down that aisle together as husband and wife, I think it meant just as much for us as it was for our guests. Having Crohn's disease, as of now, is for life, and I do have to watch my body. I have to know my triggers. I have to know kind of how I feel. I'm not embarrassed that I have it. I did nothing wrong.
It makes you aware of how fragile life is, how things can turn on a dime. And so I think for me, it makes me appreciate the moments that I do have with her that much more.
What the future holds for me is the same as what it did before. I just look forward to living life, and knowing I have Crohn's disease isn't stopping me from doing that. I hope that Dan and I are able to have a family and travel the world and just keep living life the way we have.